perfect.
Salute, and welcome. Welcome back to the Black Ocean. Now swimming in the deep end with your host, the one and only Great Black Shark. And yes, oh yes, you see the title, you see the thumbnail, as my brother LAR Movement would say. We got to talk about corporate America's weaponized thoughts, or as I call them, the turbo thoughts. And I know what you're looking at is quite offensive. I understand that many of you are probably just eating dinner with your families. Okay, but somebody's going to have to do it. These heifers right here are getting too many passes, and I'm going to prove to you why I'm so concerned about this. Because, see, here's the thing. A lot of people look at this like, oh, just let them do what they want to do. They grown. It's just harmless fun. They ain't hurt nobody. I'm like, okay, I would agree with that assessment if their behavior was contained to them. Because being a turbo thought, like many things in life, that's a choice. That's a lifestyle choice. If you grown, that's what you want to do. Fine. Let me tell you where it becomes my business at, though. When I see you and you're acting as useful idiots for corporate America, being that they're targeting the future of our people, which are our children, now, bitch, it's my problem. Now it's my problem. Yes, I did. I said it. I told you before. You don't like me using that word. I tell you that term applies to both genders. These are bitches right here. And I think if you don't like me using that term, by the time I lay out my case here tonight, you're going to see where I'm coming from. I've sit back and watched this long enough. I'm not going to say I'm the only person that's addressed this, but I'm probably going to be the only person that addresses it in this tone and context here tonight. Because, see, these are enemies. What you see on this screen right here, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. The problem started when corporate America started weaponizing this type of degeneracy, the underbelly of black society against us. Let me tell you ladies something. Nothing about this image up here is attractive to a man that's worth a damn. Whatever you do in the privacy of your home, your own home, and privacy of your bedroom, that's your business. When you take that bedroom behavior out to the streets, now it's our problem, especially when it's being targeted towards kids. Oh, I'm going to get to that here tonight. Because, see, family, let me tell you something. There comes a time when you see things going a certain way, if you have the cognitive common sense that God gave you and any type of integrity and some type of platform, whether it's large or small, you have to say something about it. And while we're on that subject, let me make something clear regarding my last broadcast. There was a lot of people that I could tell that you worship celebrities, male or female. I hope you paid attention to that post in my community tab, because, see, going forward, moderators, if anybody come over here discussing things that we've already covered on previous broadcasts, if anybody come in here late, give them a gentle reminder. Hey, we already covered that. They keep running their mouth. You know how we do it over here. You don't have to time them out. Permanent ban. Don't wait on me. And see, there's some people that won't be joining us anymore on this channel because, see, let me tell you something I take deadly serious. When it comes to any type of sexual assault or abuse or anything like that, I take that serious. And I made it clear in the last broadcast, neither party was innocent. I think everybody with common sense to see that. We've seen now since she's filed that lawsuit, speaking of Cassie, with Diddy, you see a lot more of them in New York are coming out of the woodwork. Some of those cases are true, some of them are not. Okay, but hey, listen, this is where we are now. And see, I'm going to say this and be clear on this statement. But any women that's silly enough to put the cape on for that and sit up there and go along with somebody waiting 10 plus years to say something, just know that if this is a real predator, they make that easier for the predator to get to the next woman. So y'all, that's a battle that women gonna have to fight on their own. I can point it out, just like there's things that men are gonna have to deal with on our own, okay? Y'all better draw a hard line in the sand against them bitches, man, because they are not your friends. They're enemies. They're just what I call them, bitches, okay? Like I said, that term applies to male to female, but I'm going to make my case here tonight. So I'm just letting you know what kind of broadcast it's going to be. So I'm going to tell you one more time, in case you're just joining us, go ahead and put me to the test, okay? Because we have a pretty much a free-flow platform over here, but one thing I do not tolerate is ignorance on my platform. I'm going to tell you like my great-grandfather and grandfather and father told me, the worst thing in the world, never underestimate the damage that a stupid person can cause, let alone a bunch of stupid people in the same place at the same time. I believe in keeping order over here. I am an old school Generation X black man, and just because a lot of this shit has become the order of the day backed by corporate America, it doesn't mean that I'm going to accept it. And I think that if you're a male over here, if you're a black man over here, and a lot of sisters, you probably agree with that. If not, you wouldn't be over here, okay? We don't soft shoe anything over here. I don't cut people passes based on their celebrity status. I don't idolize none of these degenerates because, see, that's how the beginning of the end of a society and a community starts. If you doubt what I'm saying, let me tell it to you this way. Don't take my word for it. This has proven to be the case many times over in history. Look at the fall of Rome. What began the fall of Rome? The degenerate culture. You can see that across America as a whole today. So you know me, I keep telling you, I don't give two shits about other communities no more than it affects us. What I care about is black society. That's all I care about. Okay, on code black society, whether you're of our lineage, foundational black American freedmen, or you're an on code black immigrant brother and sister. Okay, if you stand on some type of integrity and you're going to try to combat this type of degeneracy, hey, we on the same page. We got the same agenda. If not, you hold some of these sacred cows in high esteem, well, I hate it for you because it is Thanksgiving, just another day to me, but I'm about to turn your sacred cows into hamburger. We're about to serve up some filet mignon of thot right here. I know that sounds disgusting, but hey, we finna fry these bitches, man, because they deserve it. And I'm going to make the case. So with that said, now that you know what the broadcast is going to be, ladies and gentlemen, let me greet my esteemed guests over here. Let me scroll up and see who's joining us. I see R.Y. in the building. Patricia Slade, I see Willis Martin over here. What's going on, brother? The sister Devin Haley in the house. Blue Jay 3000. I see Patricia Jenkins with us. Lakeisha Morehouse. I see the good sister Tasha Peters. Yeah, I know you, sister. Oh, it's going to get worse. This one going to make some of y'all nauseous. I'm just warning you now, but somebody got to do it. I see the good brother William Kent with us. I see Creative World Films. Let's see the good sister Opal Ivy. Native Jeff Smith in the house. I see D. Foster in the building. Let's see the pure look like filmmaker Smooth T Mac over here. Okay, and I see Son Dandy. What's going on? Welcome to all of you and anybody to be joining us here. So let's cut straight to brass tacks, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go ahead and start making my case because we got to put these bitches on trial. I don't have no respect for them, and that hurts somebody's feelings. Well, tough titty, New York City. It is what it is. I'm going to lay out my case here, just like the prosecution does. We got to put these heifers on trial. Okay, got to go ahead and do it. All right, because see. Let's get started with this. Now, let me go ahead and be thorough in addressing this because a part of the problem, besides the turbo thoughts, these heifers, are these dusty ass dudes that sit up here and co-sign the foolishness and slobber after them. Now, there's an explanation for that, and let me speak for the brothers that are about something over here, those of us who value our reputations and try to actually, carry ourselves in a way where it's a benefit and a credit to not only our community, but anywhere we go, we keep in mind that we represent our people and our lineage. The dudes that co-sign Slow Rilla, like this slow heifer right here with her eyes sit on either side of her head, and yes, I know exactly what that is. I won't go into detail about that because I'm not punching down on people that have that condition. Well, you know what? Let me go into that. Since I'm going to go all the way in, let me go ahead and not play games with it before I get to my point. Y'all ever wonder why her eyes sit that far apart on her head? I'm going to see how many people in here know what the answer is. Huh? Because I'm going to educate you on something if you don't. I know why her eyes sit that far apart on her head. And I'll give you a clue. It's a damning condemnation on her mother. Let me go ahead and tell you what that is. That's fetal alcohol syndrome that you're looking at. Okay? That's one of the telltale signs of it. Her facial features and her eyes sit way apart on her head. That is not normal. That comes from when some bitch is sitting up here drinking while she's pregnant. So that's why she looks that way. Now, she can't help that. However, her behavior is harming our community, and I'm going to make the case for it tonight. Now you my problem, okay? If you don't want me coming after you, don't do nothing that harms our community. So for the guys that will lust after them, let's go ahead and deal with them. A lot of them, since that's what their mothers were like, okay, this is normal, okay? And look, I would be fine if it was just contained to those particular groups of people. You want to be that way and carry yourself that way, like the underbelly of Black society, knock yourself out. My problem is when it comes to these babies. So let's go ahead and get into a bit of what this the turbo thot mentality is. Now, listen to this. According to Slow Rilla, because that's what I call her, hold on, wait a minute, I'm not reading that right. Let me put my fake hood rat voice on. All that fake classy shit you hoes be on to impress these niggas. Whole time niggas love ghetto hoes. Now, listen, you. Ooh, boy, you boy. Let me try to keep my words to a certain level of restraint. Turbo thot. The niggas, air quotes, that you talking about are the dusty bum dudes and homosexuals. Brothers like myself, we would not piss on you if you on fire to put your raggedy ass out because you're a cancer to our society. I'm not pulling any punches over here. Let me tell you something. I'm going to say it yet again. If you're a fan of either one of these heifers that I'm finna get on tonight, or your feelings really going to be hurt, you may well go ahead and unsubscribe now. Because, I mean, this broadcast right here, if you thought I got on Diddy, boy. Yeah, and look, let me tell you, for those of you who was whining about, why you getting on the brother Diddy? Okay, you told me to get off of him. I'm finna get on these bitches. Ain't none on getting spared over here tonight. So I'm just letting that be known. Let me go ahead and get this piece of dog shit off the screen right here. I can't stand these heifers, man. Because, see, let me go ahead and tell you something. One of the things about being a woman, okay, being a woman, that's an earned, honorable title. Just like the title man is an earned, honorable title. That's not something that you just are allowed to walk into. We need to start looking at it that way. You should just be, hey, if you're not going to carry yourself as a man or a woman, you just be a male or a female, okay? That's something that's an earned, honorable title in either gender, okay? So let me go ahead and finish making my case because we ain't done yet. I'm putting all this on the screen now so that when we get to the later portion of the broadcast, you be like, oh, okay, I see why he going in. So here we are with, the little horse-faced, mutant baby bop looking bitch, Suki Hana. Here's what she got to say about it for the sisters that are actually trying to speak up about, the turbo thot cancer to our society that's been weaponized by corporate America. And I'm going to prove that here tonight as well. She says, hold up, throw the fake hood rat voice on. Y'all been look horrible. Stop blaming me. And here's another hood rat here. And then see, look, here's the irony about this tweet that you're looking at on your screen. You know it's bad when other hood rats call out hood rats. Hood rodents of the hood, if you want to give them a more somewhat regal title. It's bad when other hood rats call out hood rats. But hey, listen, they saying that you going too far, bitch. Let me read it in her voice. Let's cancel Suki. She really make black bitches look horrible. I'm like, that's how you know she a hood rat. Like, you refer to yourself as a bitch. Leave that to me if you do something, you know what I'm saying? Because I have no problem using the word. And a lot of people like, oh, you said that word, clutching your pearls. You damn right. I said it. I use the word where it applies to, not just because you disagree with a woman. I save it for the men and women that it applies to. So now there you have it. Suki say, y'all shouldn't blame her. Oh, no, it ain't her fault. She's like, y'all been look horrible. So she's like, hey, corporate America wants to weaponize me against you Negroes because I'm a sorry, no good, talentless piece of dog shit. let me get my bag. That's what she's saying, okay? So I'm just making the case here. We gonna move right along. We ain't done yet, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, because I'm gonna lay out this argument, and anybody arguing with me after this, you just got to say, hey, you letting us know what side you're on. Now, here's a picture right here. Oh yeah, now we getting into what I'm talking about. Look at this here, Mother of the Year right here, huh? See, let me tell you something. A hood rat is degenerate, not just because it's not my cup of tea, not because I'm a prude, because listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, one of the biggest freaks it is, but I keep that behind closed doors, okay, with the women that I deal with. It's not for public consumption. Let me get to the brass tacks of why a hood rat is such a despicable thing. You see this piece of shit right here. You flipping the bird in the picture with your little baby dressed like your little raggedy thottish ass. On the greater end of things, why I have an issue with this. You're supposed to be the first teachers of children. And beyond that, you are the first educators of the nation. That's any woman of any race. You are the first educators of the nation, and you're supposed to be the inspiration and the anchor of morality that inspires the men of the generation to be great. That's what your role is supposed to be as a woman. But see, we've gotten so far away from that across the board in America. But like I said, I'm only focusing on my community. Now, when you go down to the other problem with this, unfortunately, you have some very degenerate, sick bastards out here that will see this little baby dressed up and go to prey on her. And I got her face blurred out and edited out because this is a child. Like I said, you know, I have respect for children, even if their parents don't have sense enough to protect them. I do the best I can over here on my platform, but I had to show this to you so you can see how bad this problem is. This shit is not harmless. You are a traitor if you are not protecting your child. A part of protecting your child on either end of the spectrum as a man or a woman, a mother or a father, is protecting them from harmful things that shape their psychosocial development in a negative way, okay? Look at this, man. This is despicable. And see, let me get on you dudes here. Whoever knocking these dusty bitches up, you are part of the problem too. Because see, if a woman wants to exhibit this behavior, if you value yourself as a man and beyond that, your community and your family name, you're not supposed to impregnate nothing like this. You just as worthless as she is. See, boy, if I could gather their asses all up and launch them off the planet, boy, y'all better believe that's exactly what I would do. I told you I'm not playing with them over here. Because see, because of this bitch's stupidity, this little baby is at risk over here. Just think about all the predators out here. And if you think I'm reaching with that, oh, I'm going to prove my case on that. Yeah, I'm going to lay it all out tonight over here. See, anybody else that want to be silent about this or look the other way on it, hey, they can do what they want with their platform. I'm not going to play them kinds of games. I don't do that. If I see it, I'm going to call it like I see it. So let's get here. Back to business. Let me go and take this banner down because I want y'all to see what I'm ranting and raving about. Now, you can already see this outfit. Here's another little girl. Some degenerate hood rat done put this baby in turbo without a tire. That shit ain't cute, man. And boy, it couldn't be my kid, boy, because you want to see me heads roll. If I had a kid, first of all, I wouldn't pick no woman that would do nothing like that. But boy, you let me find out that this was done to my child. Let me enhance this so you see what the problem is here, because a lot of y'all probably can't see that. Remember what I told you about predators? Okay. Let me know if you can see this good and clear on your screen here, fam. Let me know if everybody can see that. I want to make sure you can see what I'm seeing, okay? Can everybody see this okay? Give me a thumbs up, because I ain't done with these bastards by sight. Let me know if everybody can see it. Give me a thumbs up in the chat room if you can see this okay. If not, I will enhance it even further, because I'm finna prove my point about these damn degenerate predators. And everybody see it. Give me a thumbs up in the chat room, okay? All right, good deal, good deal. I want to make sure that everybody can see it. So now let me go ahead and get to proving my point. Because see, I'm finna make this broadcast tonight hard for even hood rats to argue with me. You see this low-life pedophile son of a bitch right here, okay? Talking about 15 years in jail ain't gonna hurt me. Now, he talking about the picture of this little baby whose face I edited out, okay, for her protection. This is the kind of sicko that I'm talking about. And see, I'm gonna go ahead and point it out. The motherfuckers that was sitting up there caping for that bastard Puffy, you better watch them, because some of them have these same thoughts. See, I keep abreast of everything in a bunch of different spaces online, okay? A bunch of different spaces online. And see, you're not gonna see this in the real world because of foundational Black American culture. You know, you can't come nowhere around the riders and the straight up brothers and be talking about doing it, and no kids are making statements like this. We'll bust your head straight to the white meat and stomp your ass in the damn tomato paste. Okay, you'll be street pizza. But see, online they can be somewhat anonymous and hide because they think it's no consequences. I got news for you there. You can be tracked down. You really don't understand how the internet works, but that's a whole conversation for another day. Let me tell you something. Bastards like this, they defend other predators because they think it's okay. I see the comments they be making talking about, you know, my rule over here. You ain't got no business as a grown man talking about dating nothing in teen. I don't care, 18, 19, anything teen, it should be off limits. If your big overgrown rusty ass is 20 and up, you ain't got no business dating teen unless you close age like 20, something like that, and the person 19. But if for some old 30 plus year old motherfucker talking about looking at a teenager, man, nah, I got to look at you with the side eye. Nah, that's some pedo shit. That's some pedo shit. Now, that person is 21, 25, whatever. Okay, that's a grown woman at that point. But teenagers, nah. So I just want to show you, you terrible thoughts, what you exposing your kids to, especially when you post this shit right here online. You look at this. No father. Let me talk to my brothers in here, in case anybody think I'm just reaching. For my black fathers in the chat right now looking at this, what would you do if your little baby girl, you find out she was wearing an outfit like this? What would you do? Huh? Would you say it's harmless or they just having fun, don't worry about it? What would you do? Because see, if you like me, let me tell you something, man. Shit, World War III wouldn't have nothing to do with overseas, man. This was my baby right here. These goddamn degenerates out here. You shouldn't be posting your young babies online like that anyway. You got to be very careful about the pictures that you post, because if you're not, let me go back up here so everybody can see it. This motherfucker here on Facebook, all the stuff that they ban on Facebook, 15 years in jail ain't gonna hurt me. Yeah, you're right. You wouldn't make it to no damn jail cell, boy, because if I caught you, boy, all I need is an axe on the stomp ground. Boy, you know what? I think I made my point. Let me leave that alone. Let me get this off the screen. That's pissing me off, man. The more I see it. Because see, children are helpless, man. Children don't have nobody to protect them but the adults and the parents. And the adults and parents don't have sense enough to do that. They're defenseless, man. They're defenseless. So I got to show you something. I'm going to show you one of the main things that really just irked me when I saw this. If you're a parent, I don't even have kids, but this right here, this hit me a certain way because, again, I've said it many times, due to the family I was raised in and my upbringing, they were very protective of us as kids. They didn't let nothing happen to us. And the older that I started to get, I started to see that everybody didn't have that kind of protection. But see, this goes back to you brothers, because I'm not leaving you out of the mix. If you the type of dusty dude that think dealing with hood rats is cool, brother, no. Because if you fuck around and get one of these worthless bitches pregnant, your child too will be subject to being vulnerable with this kind of abuse right here. Because this is abuse, okay? And it's setting her child up to be preyed upon by sick bastards like I showed you on that previous post. Value your seed. You don't plant your seed in everybody, okay? Get a hold to yourself for those of you out here. So I'm going to play this. I saw this. I think it was on the timeline of my brother Tariq Nasheed. I saw this. I said, oh, God damn it. Did this, boy. It's certain things, man, that online you just see, man, if you really care about kids and your community and your people, it just hits your spirit a certain way. I'm going to let this play, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to get further into me making my case against these hood rats, because, you know, they tell everybody, oh, it's harmless. It ain't no big deal. So we're going to get back to it.
You want to switch? Now I'm eating his ass. Eating his ass. Eating a nigga. He just ate my ass. He want to switch? Now I'm eating his ass. Eating his ass. Eating a nigga. He just ate my ass. He want to switch? Now I'm eating his ass. Eating his ass. Eating a nigga. He just...
Yeah, you heard that right. As disgusting as that was, this overgrown, worthless ass hood rat sitting up here singing that kind of shit with that little baby up there. And again, I blurred out her face because that's just, you got to be the lowest of the low. See, you raggedy bitches out here that's doing this shit with these kids that think that shit cute. Man, I you the one that need to be hit upside your head with a damn brick. You the one that need it, okay? Yeah, you right. Normally, I don't advocate for no violence again, but these right here, these are not. Look, your ass ain't and don't qualify to be no woman. You got this going on, and you damn sure don't qualify for the title of mother. You really don't. Okay, you really do not. You are fucking worthless, and I said it, and I will not apologize for it. This is the kids, damn it. You do what you want to do with your life. How look, see, let's go here. Our Queen Mother, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, warned us about this type of degenerate behavior for the men and the women. You got to fall mighty low as a mother to be sitting there doing what I just showed y'all this bitch was doing. And I got to bring up the question, where the fuck is the child's father? If you see that and you actually care about your daughter and they go around lying, people like, hey man, that's your daughter, she up there doing that with. Boy, let me tell you something, boy. You better call the SWAT team, boy, because when I get the way your raggedy ass is at, see, fellas, let me tell you something. You better start getting custody of these kids, man. If you can't make it work out with that woman that you with, man, look, don't, man. If you know you done impregnate a hood rat, first of all, you shouldn't be dealing with no hood rat no kind of way, okay? Because of the pregnancy issue. If you're going to lay up with the hood rats, make sure you don't get them pregnant because you'll be dealing with what I just showed you there, okay? That's not fair to the child, okay? You got to think about the legacy of your seed before it even comes into the world. That's not fair to the child to have to be exposed to that and the rest of these damn predators out here waiting to take advantage of that situation, okay? See, I'm going to make the case over here. Like I said, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Because, see, let me tell you something else, too. I got to go here with it. And I'm going to play this. It's not going to be for the reason that you think, but I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to give my commentary on the issue that I have with this. It's not going to be what y'all think, because y'all know you knew I used to go in with jokes when we see these buffet master size chicks, but I'm going to make a point. I'm going to let this play, and I want you to hear it, because y'all probably have seen this online already. I'm going to let it play, and I'm going to come back and give my comment. Please don't get it twisted, my pussy was fine different. You thought I liked it, the pussy a crime different. I'm fucking on these niggas, I'm big heads, they bitch. Bitch. Yeah. They never lacking, I be walking on the same. Yeah. Quick change, on the same shit. So quick change, fucking weapon, niggas flexing with a big bag. Okay, so now, you probably think that I'm finna make a bunch of fat jokes. You probably think that I'm finna just go in on her like I usually do. No, that's not funny because, see, what you just saw on your screen, ladies, let me talk to you. I sympathize with people that have weight issues. I really, honestly do, okay? Especially our women, because I understand how easy it is for women to start relying on food as a coping mechanism and, you know, eating bad food. We already in America with the worst food on the goddamn planet anyway. And let alone overeating and things of that nature. But that image right there, let me tell you something, ladies. This Lizzo era with this whole body positivity bullshit, what you just saw on your screen, it wasn't nothing positive about what you saw or what you heard her saying. Because you don't need to be, look, y'all gonna find this part cruel, but I got to see it. Corporate America has weaponized the worst images of black women and black men today to hold up before the rest of the world with big budgets to say, see, look at them. In other words, when you see people the size of that lady right there, okay, they're making minstrels of you. It's the same thing like they did to us in Jim Crow. These heifers right here that you see on the screen, they're basically minstrels. They're willing minstrels at this point. She don't need to be rapping about nothing but getting her weight down. And no, we should not put that on a pedestal. No, we don't need to be trying to make people like that feel better. I'm not saying attack the sister, but no. People need to let her know you got other things to be worrying about right now. No, that can't be used as the face of our people. Because, see, when they go to put Lizzo's big ass on these magazines and shit, you don't see white men putting them big oversized white women on magazines like that. It's not a compliment. It's done to mock you. The whole body positivity, this damn turbo thot movement they got going on. See, ladies and gentlemen, let's just talk about what the real is. There's many different ways to wage warfare on the people. That's something I know about very intimately. If you know what my background is, and if you who's on Patreon, you understand what I mean by that. One of the most successful ways to wage war against the people is on a psychological level. If there's something that I know that's going to ultimately destroy you, a competent strategist markets that to you in a package where you want to ingest it, whether it's mentally, something physically, spiritually. I feed it to you in a way that you're destroying yourself. I don't have to force it on you. I don't have to trick you. I'm making you want it. You can cover that across a range of things in this country, whether it's bad food, but we're talking about this issue right here regarding the image of our people. Okay, it's been wrapped in a shiny package and made to look cute so that you want things that are destructive to our people. And what I posit to you is, if you know that this isn't right and you value making a change, then you take a stand against that. That's what you're supposed to do, okay? So that's just a little bit of me laying the case out. And we ain't done here tonight because we're going to get deep off in this thing. By the time it's over with, ain't nobody going to be able to argue what I got to say, the case I'm going to lay out here tonight. We're going to go ahead and get deeper into it. So now everybody knows what we're looking at on the screen right here, aka Sexy Red. All right, yeah. Hey, look, man, fellas, take a look at this. I want you to take a look at this because, see, really, I'm just using her and the rest of these turbo thoughts we've been talking about as metaphors. All of you know somebody like this. What I'm asking you is, because I already get it, the little thirsty, dusty dudes lay up with whatever they can get their hands on. But as a man, I'm going to talk to you like my father and grandfathers talked to me, because maybe some of you guys that think that this is cute or attractive, or you supposed to be laying up with it, you never had no men to talk to you. Wherever you put your Johnson, you supposed to have some pride about that. You shouldn't be laying up with nothing that you would be ashamed to be seen with in public. And if you're not ashamed to be seen with something like this in public, that's a very piss poor commentary on who you supposed to be as a man or who you think you are as a man. I'm going to tell you right now, this is absolutely worthless. I'm not cutting the bitch no pass. I know how corporate America's using her, but at the end of the day, this whole sell out my people for the bag, whether it's men or women doing it, we got to set some hard consequences for that, because we are far too forgiving as a people, within and without, when it comes to certain things that are cancers to us. We got to get this up out of here. You cannot get a body healthy until you cut the cancer out. And damn it, if I got to be the only one to go this hard in the paint on these healthers, then so be it. It is what it is. So I'm going to show you something, right? Because, see, that's what she looked like with that wig and shit. This is what she looked like without all that bullshit on. You see this raggedy, gremlin-looking heifer right here, and look, never mind just the looks. She's about as smart as a damn dining room table. So as a man, why the fuck would you want to risk impregnating this? The mother is supposed to be the first teacher of your child. Now, what the fuck is she going to teach a child that's going to benefit a child in a future generation? Huh? But see, let me tell you something, because I'm going to make the case of tonight. I'm going to prove it. The reason why they pick stuffers like this to weaponize against our community is because they know the damage that they can do. See, whether it's the men or the women, they want you stupid, uneducated, degenerate, do any and everything. In other words, they want you to conduct yourself like a big overgrown child that likes candy and all you want to do is eat his candy. Okay? If you leave a child just to eat a bunch of candy, they're eating until they get themselves sick and their damn teeth fall out. Huh? So I posit to you that this culture is the equivalent of that. All right? It's the equivalent of that. This right here, man, I'm going to tell you something, dude. You don't really hit rock bottom if you think that you're supposed to be with something like this. I don't roll with people in my circles that believe in dealing with something like this. Now, for the women that this applies to, I'm not going to sit here and say that there aren't some chicks that are like this that don't turn their situation around. But the key thing to that, they have to want to do it. They have to want to. You're not going to force nobody to change nothing, male or female. You have to want to do it, okay? So, yeah, I'm just showing you what a lot of y'all are thinking it's cute, man. Look here, boy. And not even on my worst day, man. I'll do time in prison before I live with that. I'm trying to tell you right now, I really would. No, just go in and show me to the ceiling. I can't do it, player. I just can't do it. Okay? So now I'm making a case because I want you to see what I'm talking about. In case you think, oh, you just don't like her, you hating. Like, that's like they condition a lot of black people in our society to use that damn term, hating for everything. Okay, well, let me ask you this, and I want the ladies in here to let me know what you think. What do you think about somebody that comes out with a damn lip gloss line? Let's read it together. Sexy Red launching lip gloss line inspired by the lyrics from her song Pound Town that will offer flavors like coochie pink, booty hole brown, sex on my period, gonorrhea, nut, and yellow discharge. Now, you're not going to sit here and tell me that the title bitch nor hood rat apply to anything this damn degenerate to think that this is some cute shit. See, most women in here that's got some type of damn dignity or self-esteem about themselves, you don't think none of that shit is cute. First of all, let me tell you what I really got a problem with. Sex on my period. First of all, that's a private matter for a woman to deal with. And then you putting a damn venereal disease in this motherfucker? Yellow discharge. See, that go to show you the type of degenerate piece of shit this is, because see, most women know not to even, you don't hold stuff like that up in high self-esteem as if that's something you should be proud of when it comes to any type of venereal disease or talking about yellow discharge. Man, look, if that's how she was raised or whatever, you got to recognize when some people just have to be thrown away. You can't do nothing with this. And whoever that Negro is that got her pregnant, man, boy, I wouldn't be surprised if he's her male counterpart. Really. So I'm just showing you what we're working with here tonight. Okay? Because I'm going to make my case. And like I said, it's not just her. I'm talking about the culture itself that has been weaponized by corporate America to harm the future of our people. Because I ain't through making my case yet. Oh, we just getting started. Let's see. Let me show you something. We're going to go a little bit further here. We're going to go a little bit further here. I told you how this was affecting the children, right? I want you to take a look and a listen to this classroom setting right here. This is actually in a classroom. I want you to listen to what the little boys are being said now, because look, we got to call it what it is. Most of these kids today, they're growing up in households where the fathers are not present. Okay, even if they active, it's a big difference between you coming around your kid and versus you being under that damn roof so you can raise and instill the values into your children right there. When something happened, you right there. You ain't got to come from states away, another town over. You right there so you can deal with what you need to deal with. Let me show you what's going on with these teachers in this classroom. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. Well, some of you might, because some of you may be educators and probably can relate to this. I'm gonna let this play, then we're gonna get back to it.
Parents, good afternoon. Boys and girls. Shut the fuck up.
Hey! Not nice.
No, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
You need to leave? No, bitch.
Okay.
Oh, he's out. Yeah, he's out.
Okay, let's stop it right there. You heard that little boy. He told the teacher to shut the fuck up. Told the teacher to shut the fuck up. Now, let me tell y'all something, man. Again, I'm a Gen Xer. The household I grew up in, they wouldn't even let people curse around the kids. They didn't let us watch movies with shit with cursing in it. Okay, you would cover your ears, and they didn't let kids hang out with grown folks that was gonna be using that kind of language. So there was some structure in our family, because no matter who used what language or did what, there was a line of demarcation. You don't have your kids around adult conversations where people might be using that kind of language, and you make sure they know, hey, you stay in a child's place. This is not for you. But see, what I just described takes active parenting, and it takes being a part of a family where people actually give a damn about how the children come up, at least raise them right. Now, whatever you turn out to be after you're raised, that's not on your parents, okay? Not on your parents. Your parents did their job, and you turn out to be a piece of shit, and hey, you chose that at that point, but you can't say you didn't get the proper upbringing. Today, too many of these damn parents want to be big overgrown children. They want to be their children friend and shit, and got these children just all out of place. That's man, look, if your child going to school doing that, man, you failed. You are a failure as a parent, and you also a failure if your children are doing this, because see, I want y'all to listen to this, because I had to edit this, but these are children you're about to hear, and I want you to listen to what they're saying. I want you to take a good listen. Yep, you heard it. You heard it. About 3-4 little girls up there, little old tiny babies, man. Look, they about 5 up there talking about, we outside tonight. We outside tonight. Yeah, you heard it right. You heard it. Still think it's harmless? These bags are dog shit, and not just them, but the culture itself that's being weaponized and funded. Still think it's harmless? When you got little 5-year-old girls doing that. See, it starts at home, like the old saying goes. Where they hearing the lyrics from? What parents on their sorry ass sitting there to listen to that around their kids? See, you fathers out here, you better pay attention. You got these baby mamas and all this shit. That could be your little daughter, huh? Especially if you the type of dude that's not involved in trying to actually raise your child. That could be your daughter. I'm just letting you know what's out here in case you sitting around, running around. Look, if as a man, you don't understand what's going on in your children's lives, man, you're a failure, bro. You're a failure. You just as bad as you damn degenerates that we talking about here tonight. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But see, it gets worse, family. It gets worse. In case people, everybody wants to tell us how harmless it is. Oh, you just out of touch. Oh, yeah. Okay. I got more proof. I want you to hear this, too. I had to completely cover this up because it was too much editing to blur out these babies' faces. So I just want you to listen to the audio of this. It's right here, man. Like I said, we at war, and we're going to have to stand up and fight back. Those of us that actually give a damn about children in our society. I want y'all to take a listen to this.
Ooh. Yeah.
My red light? No.
Go ahead.
He is trying to see me, and trying to see me, and trying to say what's up.
Let's go.
Downtown, going downtown.
Ooh. All right. Just say, girl. Ooh. That's all you know? Bye.
Oh, she's sing me your favorite song.
Ooh.
I said, you look good out, no makeup, no lashes, even your wake up.
Oh, funny. Oh. Oh. Ooh. 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 Ooh, yeah. What's your song?
I'm at town.
Yeah, that's right. I had to cover that up because those were little babies, okay? Little babies. 5 years old, preschool, daycare, singing damn Sexy Red songs for those of you that probably didn't recognize what they were singing. And the previous little girls that was up on the table dancing that I had to blur out, that's what they were singing. Okay, so now, tell me, so far, what I've shown you here tonight, family, I want some answers. Give me some chat room participation. Is it still harmless, family? Huh? Has anything I showed you here so far tonight, because we ain't done yet, has anything I've shown you here tonight so far, is it still harmless? Somebody tell me. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe there's some excuses that can be made for why that's acceptable behavior. Is it harmless? Am I tripping? Am I reaching like they love to come and tell us in these spaces? Is it wrong? Somebody let me know now. I want to know. Tell me in the chat room. Is anything I showed you so far harmless? Huh? Sound off. Let your voices be heard over here tonight. I want to know, is it harmless? Because see, here's the thing, family. This kind of crap right here, when you letting the Sexy Reds, because she ain't the only one, there's many others, come perform at these damn schools like this. Every black parent that loves their children and their community should be at these boards of education, these city council meetings saying, no, you can't have them come perform around these children like that. That's inappropriate and head should roll. And definitely it should be black men. Let me tell you something. If you're a black man in these cities, when you see these degenerate teachers up here singing this shit and recording your babies doing that, remember what I showed you in the broadcast. You baiting predators. They baiting predators because see, a hood rat is too stupid to think about the well-being of these children. They don't care about nothing but themselves. That's why they're a cancer to the community. Okay? You see? Let me go further here with it. Because we're seeing a rash of this with these female teachers that they molesting and preying upon these kids. I'm going to break it down to you and tell you why that is. Most of them are young and they coming out of college, but they have a high school mindset. They still, because see, you would have to still think like a high schooler in order to be sitting up in a classroom where you're supposed to be an educator teaching children to be singing some damn Pound Town to them. That's not even something a grown-ass adult should be into. So when you take these young teachers out of these schools with a high school mentality and you put, I'm showing you how this is weaponized against us, so I want y'all to follow this. You take their high school ignorant asses and put them back around little children, you effectively launch psychological warfare by ruining the next generation of our community, which are our babies. Now, does it make sense? Is it still harmless? Somebody talk to me. Am I still reaching? Is it still harmless over here? Somebody let me know, huh? Yeah, because see, a lot of people, look, I'm putting it in this context to you tonight because a lot of people don't have the balls to say what I'm about to say or show you what I'm going to show you. They just, well, that's just what they do. No, man, no, our babies are at risk. This shit is not harmless. Because see, let me show you something. I'm not even going to play the audio of this filthy piece of shit right here. This right here, it's not enough to just say she don't represent me. Yeah, she probably don't because you don't carry yourself that way. You know who does want her to represent you, though? Corporate America. And they fund these degenerates like her and say, yeah, this is the face of Black American women right here. Look at this piece of shit, man. I don't give a damn, man. Look, it's more, all the ways it is for you to make money today, you don't have to do this. And see, let me go here with it. I'm gonna tell you something I'm sick and tired of hearing. Okay? Let me get this shit off my damn screen. I'm gonna tell you something I'm sick and tired of hearing. It's an insult to actual female rappers to call these bitches rappers. You ain't rapping. Nothing about what you got going on qualifies as rap. You making a joke of real female and see if you really want to be honest about it. I don't care what it's Ice Spice, Suki Honda, Cesar. None of these bitches are rappers. You a thot. That's what you are. And look, ladies and gentlemen, the brothers, it's one thing if it's coming from us. Oh, they're just trying to say, oh, you being a misogynist. Nah, you sisters, y'all should be bombing them every time they post something like, no, you're not a rapper, you a thot, bitch. You an embarrassment to the actual craft of hip hop. And as hard as women had to work to be taken serious in hip hop, this is the best you got, bitch. Huh? See, it's one thing if you had the image of the Lil Kims or whatever, at least they could spit bars. These motherfuckers are talentless. The only thing you do is what I'm showing you on your screen here. Huh? Yeah, y'all should be insulted, ladies. Somebody got to say it just like this. I don't care about hurting people's feelings. Like I said, all you celebrities, sacred cows finna get turned into hamburger over here. Cause see, I'm not done making my case yet. We got to get deeper into this thing. Oh yeah, we finna do just that. Oh yeah. Cause see, everybody be sugarcoating and playing with this. I got to show you something that the sister Reva TV said. Shout out to her. Check out her channel. She's one of the few sisters on here that talk like they got some sense. You know, and she's not the only one. I would be remiss if I didn't shout out our good sister ZZ, okay? A to Z TV. Excuse me for messing up that name. I'm so pissed off with what I got to show you here. But A to Z TV, the sister ZZ, on code Black Furry sister, go to subscribe to her channel. The sister Reva TV here, she and listen, I'm glad that there are some women that are being bold enough to speak up on their platforms about this because they're few and far in between. And for me, when I see the sisters that got some sense trying to do the right thing and speak up against this, because it's really on them to really shame these bitches and go to war against them, because we can't do what we want to do to them as men. Because I told you, man, what I would do to clean it up. Listen here, man, I can't even see it on YouTube. When you come after the kids, I take that personal. You declaring war on our future. But the sister Reva TV here, she's gonna break a couple of things down. And I'm showing you her channel because look, man, y'all support these sisters, man. As brothers, we got to back them up. Because one thing I'll say about women, even if the women in my chat room don't agree with this or don't like me saying it, women, their natural role is not to be combatants. It's not. They're supposed to be nurturers, protectors, teachers. Okay, the homemakers. We're the warriors, but we're in a time now where the sisters are gonna have to go to war. So women, they tire out if they don't have the brothers that are on code behind them to support them and let them know, hey sister, nah, don't give up. I got your back. We got your back. We ain't gonna let you fight this battle alone. We got you. You keep speaking. Don't let these motherfuckers shame you or bully you or give up or be disheartened. Okay, we got your back. See, that means something to the sisters that are worth a damn. So that's why I support sisters that are trying to do the right thing and calling this bullshit out without sugarcoating it. I'm going to let this sister speak here, and then we're going to get back to some things because, look, I found it hard pressed to argue with on some things, but there'll be certain things that I'll be adding to and pointing things out as she makes a commentary here. So let's let her get into what she's about to say. Everybody should be able to learn something from this.
So I saw this video on social media, of course. I was scrolling and I saw this video pop up. And this is of a rapper by the name of Sexy Red. So she is known, her most popular song that she is known for is a song that in the lyrics it says that she, her womanly endowed parts, she talks about the color of it, that it's pink, and that the back door part, that the color of that is brown. Okay, womanly parts pink, back door brown. Okay, that's the big thing about her song, right? So she went to a high school and made an appearance at a high school. And it was said that, well, she made a comment and said that, basically it was kind of like a fundraiser thing. It's around prom time. She went there to help girls, get, hair or like bundles for wigs or for weaves, and to pay for boys to get their hair cut for prom so that they can be equipped for prom, helping maybe underprivileged children or whatever the situation is, just to give them like, a help up or whatever to get back to the community, right? Now, you see.
Let me pause the good sister right here, because let me go here with it. And I'm going to give you a comparison so that you understand the context of what I'm about to say. Now, that sounds like she was doing a good thing. But see, if she had any sense, and I know she don't, because she's a useful idiot for corporate America to denigrate our people. If she had any sense, though, she could still do that, but you should be like, okay, look, if I do that, and if I do go in person, I'm not going to perform my songs in front of them because this is not appropriate for kids. But see, she probably grew up where this is normalized. Okay. So now if she had sense, she'd be like, okay, I'm not going to perform these types of songs in front of the kids. Or better yet, since your image is such a degenerate, disgusting one, because I'm not going to mince no words, you can still do things for charity. You know what that's called? Stroke a check. You ain't got to show up. Hey, look. I want to help these kids get these haircuts, this, that, the third. Hey, go ahead and stroke a check. You got the bread now. You got to realize where your image does not belong in certain places. And I'm going to go ahead and give you my comparison on that so that you see why that makes sense. Back in our community, we had the Bumpy Johnsons, okay, the Frank Lucases, and a lot of the other street hustlers and well-known gangsters back in the day. They helped the community, but they knew what they had going on. They couldn't be around certain places, so they just made sure the money moved in the right direction, okay? Sometimes you got to have sense enough to know to do that. So I just want to point that out as far as her being able to give back. Yeah, you can do it, but you are not anything that our community is going to be proud of on any level. We got to make that known without any apologies or making excuses for why you are the way you are. You're harmful to the community. Sexy Red, Suki Hana, and Slow Rilla, and all the rest of it. You're harmful. We don't need to be ashamed about saying that. You want to give back and help? Cool, no problem with that. You need to make sure the money moves in the right direction. You don't need to come with, as long as you got that type of image about yourself. Nah, it's nothing positive, because if children, especially little girls, go down that road, ain't nothing good gonna come of that. All of them ain't gonna end up being the useful idiot for corporate America. See, you good, you got your bag. And see, ladies, this is where that selfishness comes in at. As far as all of them like the Cassies that just want to get the bag and make sure they good. Let's ask this question. Since you think I hate women, or oh, you're being too hard, what happens to the little girls like some of those that I showed you earlier in this broadcast whose mothers are too ignorant to let them dress and attire as children, and you're listening to this degenerate garbage? What happens to those little girls that don't grow up to be the useful idiot for corporate America to get the bag? What's their life going to be like, huh? Huh, Sexy Red, Suki Hana, Slow Rilla? What their lives going to be like if they don't make it the way you at? Because there's only so many of you going to be able to be useful to master that way to help ruin our community, because they don't need but a handful. So what the life is going to be like for that little girl with the degenerate hood rat mother that's stupid enough to sit there and poison her child's mind from the early years, which are the most formative developmental years. You can teach little 5-year-olds different languages, different types of skills, get them reading early, get them interested in things that are going to benefit them and other people around them. But you choose to poison their minds with this crap. So yeah, I'm making everybody think about it over here tonight. Let's let it continue.
The gesture in which was done, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with helping children in need. I don't think that there's anything wrong with offering an assistance, using, your platform or whatever, your funds to help other people who are in need. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? I just want to drill that into this video before we keep it pushing, because I already know that I'm going to see in the comment section, oh, well, this is a good thing. I already said that. Okay. I already went there. I said it. However, for such a vulgar song, right? This is not like, from what I know, this is not like this girl has, this young girl has, you know, a strong catalog or a plethora of songs, and this is only like one of her songs. No, like this is the song that she's running with. This is a song that everybody knows her for. It's not a plethora of songs. This is just one song that people know her for. One, I want to know what made the school administration, the principal, the guidance counselors, what made them approve this type of artist coming into the school?
Exactly. The sister hit the nail on the head. Who approved that? Because see, like while the Rolling Martins are always talking about, you need to vote, you need to vote. Okay, cool. This is where it matters on the local level. Whoever was elected or chosen to serve, they need to be out. They need to be out. See, they do this, and notice these different videos that you see of our babies, our future, being exposed to this degeneracy. Notice you don't see the little white kids in the videos. You know why? Because it's in mostly predominantly black schools. They got sense enough not to ruin the future minds of little white kids like that. Huh? See, I had to go here. Since everybody want to say it's harmless for that demographic that does, okay, the hood rodent crowd and the dusty dude crowd. As degenerate as Ozzy Osbourne or Madonna was, when the last time they went and performed in front of a school full of little white kids, huh? Little bitty young white kids singing their most vulgar stuff. You know why they don't let them do that? Because white society knows that, hey, this is the future of our people. If we ruin their minds, we're done. See, they understand. Look, the 14 words of white supremacy. If you don't know what that is, go look that up. For the ones of them that actually do believe in that, they understand that the children are the future of any race of people. An attack on them is an attack on your entire future. You understand me? That's how serious that is. And they got sense enough to realize that. For the ones of them that actually do understand that. Because listen, when they got school shooters running around everywhere shooting up the place, you can't say you really care too much about the future of your kids, but I digress. Broadcast for another day. But I agree with the sister right here. And this is where the communities on the local level going to have to take a stand against this. No, don't you bring this type of trash around our children. But see, I got to say something, family, and it's a sad commentary on a lot of the parents that are allowing this. Some of these parents, they don't care what their children is exposed to at school as long as they out their face for the 8 hours that they go. Yeah, I said it. Yes, I did. I said it. I'm going to say it loud. Some of you raggedy, no good motherfuckers that are parents that shouldn't be, you don't care what your child is exposed to at school as long as they out your hair for 8 hours. Y'all better look at who you done got pregnant out here and what they're allowing to be them exposed to. Because see, when it comes to what's going on at school, you better show up in person for that. If not, the children are going to be the ones that suffer. Let's let it continue.
First of all, knowing, again, the situation and knowing what's going on, and why was it a situation that you're having some kind of pep rally and you have this person come? And because listen, at school pep rallies, okay, whenever somebody comes in those doors of that school, that is basically saying we endorse this person. You know, the people who say, you know, don't do this, don't do bad things, and they come and they have a whole pep rally about it. The school is endorsing that message. So in that same breath, that means that this school is endorsing this artist and her message. Especially in an era where every time we were looking on social media while school was going on for maybe a good 4, 5, 6 months at a time, there were so many students who were, showing aggression towards teachers, disrespecting them. Oh, you can't take my phone. Who you think you are? Literally getting into altercations physically with teachers. If you ask me, you trying to relate to a student, you trying to get through to them, this is teaching them how to disrespect you. You might be like, what do you mean by that? How is she coming in teaching children how to disrespect authority? Because once you start having certain conversations with children or starting to relate to them, and you're coming down from your level and going down to their level in a certain manner, they're going to see you in a certain light. That's what, oh, so-and-so is cool. Oh, I can't believe that they did this. I can't believe that they let us do that. That means I could cuss. I could say this. I can disrespect you. I can use profanity. I can do all the above because you just so cool. Y'all so cool with it. If she comes out with another song tomorrow with a certain lingo, you guys endorsed her. So if you see me talking in that same lingo, what's the problem? If I'm in the middle of class saying my lady part's pink and the back door is brown, y'all shouldn't have no problem, right? Because y'all brought her to the school. So am I going to get detention for saying that in the middle of class? I shouldn't. If we walking down the hallway, bumping the song, there should be no problem. I don't believe that, especially in the era that we're in right now, that this generation that is coming up needs authority to bend down to the level and start to give like the hand clap or the handshake that certain things are okay. I don't agree with it. I don't. When I was growing up, I know the teachers in school was talking about music that I loved and I adored, but it was not necessarily music of my generation. And if it was going to be the cleanest pop song that you probably ever heard of. We related all over Michael Jackson. Not even Prince. Michael Jackson, we related over. When they were trying to relate, they would, sing songs like that. Lil' Kim was coming to high school. And for some generations, Uncle Luke was not coming to the high school. Can you imagine Uncle Luke coming to a high school in his prime time during a pep rally?
Let me pause it right there because, see, this is why I like this sister's content. Whether you agree with everything she said or not, nobody's perfect. But when I got sense enough to understand when there's value in a message. Let's harp on that for a minute. She said, imagine if Luther Campbell, 2 Live Crew Luke, in his prime was coming to school singing his songs like that about all that kind of stuff in front of these mostly little black kids. Huh? Would it hit different then? Would people be more up in arms then if that was happening? Because the question needs to be asked when it comes to this type of degeneracy. We understand when the men are doing it. Oh, big problem. Oh, public enemy number one. But when it's a chick doing it, oh, everybody want to get quiet. Not as much outrage. Weaponized indoctrination. You better learn those 2 terms well, okay? Weaponized indoctrination. Because, see, let me show you the greater problem that this is having for the people that are slow and don't understand why it's such a problem that's going to be listening to this live or recorded later, come in my comment section with a bunch of bullshit. Let me tell you something. It's bad to portray that image to these young little girls. But see, what happens if you got these little girls singing that kind of stuff in the classroom, and then these little boys in here who are their peers in there start touching on them against their will and doing things to them. Oh, yeah, see? Oh, is it still harmless? Oh, I'm making people think over here tonight. What happens if the little boys start touching on them and trying to emulate adult behavior and against these little girls' will? Now you got a situation on your hands at your child's school because you sit up here and encourage this damn degeneracy. And the bastards that's responsible for it and the boards of education and the people, the principal at the school that let that go on, it's on their heads too if that start to happen. Because look, I don't want that to happen. But common sense tells you eventually this is what we're going to start seeing. Okay? So for all the people that think it's harmless, you better consider what I'm saying. Let's let it continue.
I think that this is a major L for this school. Okay, and nothing's gonna change that opinion. Nothing's gonna change my opinion. And the biggest reason why, right? Because okay, there's a lot of kids who are flooding the situation and are so excited and are like, oh yes, this rapper, this is so cool, this is celebrity here, and I get that, right? But there's also a large portion of kids that might not even know who that person is, right? And so what you're doing now, You made it okay for that child to now go down a rabbit hole and try to figure out who this person is, what song they sing, what they're famous for. Now you done open up Pandora's box. Kids are supposed to be coming here to learn, to get an education. This is supposed to be a support for parents. Sometimes you're supposed to be standing in the gap for parents. Do you know how many people who have heard that, they came from certain situations and they say, oh, the reason why I am the way I am today is because it was this teacher who believed in me and who taught me this and who taught me that. Yes, we've heard other stories where teachers who are, have done, people have made it because their teachers are the ones who said that they never would, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the positive reinforcements. Can you talk?
Let me take a moment here to acknowledge something that I often think back on because, as we progress in life, we get older, good Lord willing, you start to think back on those of us that were fortunate to have a normal upbringing and existence back during a time period where all this stuff wasn't being promoted and these kids weren't being targeted with all this degenerate nonsense. I look back on the teachers that I had, especially I can remember some from as young as in the second grade that looked at myself and the other children as exactly what we were going to be, the future of our people. And they invested heavily into our learning, feeding us positive things. Teaching, listen, let me tell you something. I'm not trying to brag because I know my experience may be unique to some, but as a young child, I spoke other languages very early on, okay? Very early on, before I hit 10, I could speak 2 or 3 languages, okay? Besides just English. And see, that would not have been possible if not for my parents encouraging that and the teachers actually taking a vested interest in the children that showed an aptitude and a thirst for learning. And even for those that did not, a good teacher finds a way to teach the student the lesson, okay? Without having to resort to degeneracy. I can never recall anything that I was exposed to on the level of what we're seeing here today and some of the things that I showed you. So for you teachers out there that are trying to do the right thing, the few of you that are left that are not promoting this type of degeneracy, I want to thank you personally for fighting the good fight. I know it's a thankless job. Y'all don't get paid what you should. They want to pay athletes all these ridiculous salaries. They want to sit up here and let these politicians vote on whether to raise their salary. Instead, the people that really make a difference in this country that should be getting paid those salaries, they don't get that. Okay? So if nobody else don't say thank you, I'm saying thank you. Please don't give up. You are some of these children's last hope. Don't fall with these trends. Children can learn without exposing them to degeneracy or treating them like some type of novelty item to get clicks and views on damn social media. Thank you so much to those of you, the few of you left that are still holding the line. There's some of them in the chat room here. I think I saw my brother Art Newstall in here. He's a teacher. And my brother Rob. Okay, that's another brother you probably seen over here that are educators, black men in the school system. And any of our sisters in here, if you're a teacher, shout yourself out. And then you're doing the right thing. Thank you very much. So if you're in this chat room or listen to this live, I just want you to know that somebody understands what y'all dealing with today. Please don't give up. Fight the good fight. Try to make relationships with people that care about children being educated right in your community. It's going to take all of us to combat what they're pushing on, primarily our kids. When none of us are going to be able to win this fight by ourselves, it's going to be a team effort on code people that actually care to make change and take action. Let it continue.
About the few fools. We're talking about the positive reinforcements. You're supposed to be standing out, standing apart, being the example, not trying to be a part of the crew. And then what got me was this. They all, jumping around, excited, not hear the person.
Hey, yo, this is a rap. I told y'all don't come on this court. Y'all came on the court. Gotta shut it down. Everything shut down. Go sit back down. Everybody. Y'all just messed it up. Everybody go sit back down. I told y'all don't come on this court. I told y'all do not come on this court.
So this is the hypocrisy I don't understand, right? This is the hypocrisy that I don't understand, right? Even me, as somebody who is unsupporting of this situation, I would understand that if a celebrity came into a high school with children there, they are still children. Although you are thinking of them as grown adults, that's the problem. That's why you brought this person there, because you think that they're grown. You think they small grown people. No, they're children. When children get excited, children are not going, they're going to forget the rules. They're going to forget the boundaries that's supposed to be set because they're excited. And now you're reprimanding them for being kids because you forgot they were kids when you invited this person. Ain't that ironic? That don't make no sense. Into the aspect of the artist, right? I feel like this would have been an amazing gesture for college students, right? Where they're on the up and up. They're over 18. You know, a lot of them don't even live at home. They're grown. They're going through. They're not even grown, but they're going through that, you know, young adult phase. They're kind of venturing out, learning life or whatever. I could even understand that. Not saying that I would be down with it, but I could understand because they're grown enough to make their own decisions. I think that for somebody like this to come to a school, there needs to be a permission slip. It needs to be the context of who the artist is, what the artist sings, the content of their music. Will you allow your child to be here for the pep rally? Yes or no? And I think that if that letter had went out with the lyrics and everything in there, a lot of these kids that's in this gymnasium at the pep rally wouldn't even be there.
Let me stop that sister right there, because see, for those of you that were listening to what she just said, if that's not the case, and wherever you are and you're in your community as far as the schools, it needs to be. In fact, that needs to be something that needs to have hard legislation on that. Like, if you're going to be in any type of performer, whatever that's coming to the schools, the parents need to be notified ahead of time to give you, the parent, the right to make a decision if you want your child to be exposed to that or not. That's something else, ladies and gentlemen. If it's not already on the ballot or whatever, and where you at, go make some noise at your city council meetings, okay? Don't take this bullshit lying down. And I'm going to tell you why you got to take it that serious, because the children, the ones that I've showed you here tonight, the ones that I've showed you, they don't have nobody to fight for them but us. You understand? They too young to even understand what's being done to them. They don't have nobody to fight for them but us, okay? So consider bringing that up at the next city council meeting. Get down there and go together in some groups and raise some hell about that. Because, see, this can be stopped. This isn't something we just have to sit here and take. This can be stopped. The things that we have the ability to do something about, we should put our fervent and foremost effort into doing something about it. So I just want to add that to what the sister was saying. Let's get back to it.
I'm just saying, maybe they would, depending on, you know, what kind of parents it is. But I would fathom that a lot of children would not even be there, especially if you have the lyrics blatantly written out. This is not like it's a certain type of singer or like somebody who is like, you know, kind of cool-ish, like cool and down. This is not like Alicia Keys. Okay, that's the only person I could even just think of coming to a school. Or John Legend. This isn't like a certain type of demographic. Again, this is my opinion. Again, I think that this was a horrible take for the school. I definitely think this is awful. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I just think it's awful. Again, it's a nice gesture, but I think that this is ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. This is real ridiculous. I would like to know you guys' opinions.
So now I'm pausing it right there to ask the question, ladies and gentlemen, because you know, when I brought this up on Twitter, and y'all know me, if you follow me on Twitter, you know I go hard in the paint over there, just like I do over here. Even more so on Twitter, it says, hey, you can kind of get away with a little bit more, but let's not act like Elon Musk and the crew with the community knows how to get started with their foolishness. But you get the point if you follow me over there. So I have to ask the question. Since a lot of people on Twitter try to start defending the terrible thoughts, here's the question. Still think it's harmless? Huh? Is it still harmless, ladies and gentlemen? Does anybody that's been with us so far since this broadcast started think that any of the things that you've been shown or has been discussed, is it still harmless, ladies and gentlemen? Please let me know. please let me know. I want to be told if anything that I shown you should be something that's appropriate for kids. If it's just no big deal and we as adults just shouldn't worry about it. It's just good, harmless fun, huh? Yeah, but see, we going to get further into this tonight here because, see, we're not done yet by sight. A lot of you have asked me about this. And when I saw it, I say, yeah, speaking of educators that need to be given their due, let me tell you something, man. When I saw this, man, and I'm a cold-blooded dude, man, it's hard for anything to really get to me. But when I watched this, that hit me, man. That hit me because you could tell that this sister, a young teacher, she's 22, according to her, as she's going to say in the video here. You could tell that that's somebody that's speaking from a place of actual concern and passion for what they do. A person that still has their soul and integrity intact and values the lives of children, okay? This right here, man, this is why I said earlier in the broadcast, for the brothers out here, man, for the sisters that are trying to do the right thing, I don't care what lineage they from, we got to let them know that they got backup amongst the men. That if they come up with a way that to combat this, hey, call us. We front and center. We got your back on that. You ain't got to be out there by yourself. We'll take the lead on it as we're supposed to. Let us help you. We need to find all of them because it's going to take all hands on deck to combat that degeneracy that I showed you tonight for the sake and the well-being of the children and the future of our people, okay? This sister right here, man, like I said, whoever she is, man, hats off to the sister, man, because I hope she has good family support. If she has a dude in her life, I hope he's a strong man that can back her up and encourage her, because you can tell this hurt this sister right here, man. But like I said, she recognizes how serious it is. I'm going to let this play, and we're going to give our commentary on some of the issues that she's been raising here.
Parents, if you're a parent and your child is in pre-K to elementary school to high school, I'm calling you out. The children today, I have never experienced, and I'm 22. Having to teach and work with you guys as children has been the most traumatic experience of my life. I teach 5-year-olds ballet, 5-year-old girls ballet. I have a class of 10 students. They don't respect any authority. You ask them, can you stand in your designated spot? They're telling you no and shut up.
Remember the video I showed you earlier, the young boy out there telling the bitch, shut the fuck up and no bitch and all of that. So just keep in mind what she's saying. It's not exaggerated. She's talking about what she's seeing. And I showed you a small example of what the sister is seeing. So for anybody that's like, how you know she really see that? Okay, yeah. Show them this broadcast. I told you, I burn receipts on anything issues that I raise. Get back to it.
They're throwing things at each other. They're throwing things at other people, other classmates. You say, can everybody sit in their spot? I don't want to. I'm not doing that. You don't get to tell me what to do. You're not my mom. You confront the parent. The parent tries to argue with you and fuss at you because you tried to reprimand and redirect their kid. I told a young little girl, please sit in your spot. You're not my mom. You don't tell me what to do. Okay. When her mom came to pick her up, I said, hey, your daughter's having a hard time following instructions. And 7 times today, I've had to redirect her to just sit in her spot. Well, clearly she didn't want to sit. And mind you, this is a mom. Clearly she didn't want to fucking sit right there. So, I mean, if she's telling you she don't want to do something, why keep asking her to do it? You know she's not going to do it.
Let me stop right here, interject. Because, see, look, she's being polite about it. I'm not. It wasn't a mom that said it to her. Oh, no, that is an earned honorable title. That was a hood rat. Because only a hood rat would come to an authority figure and tell them that, well, if the child don't want to do it, why she got to do it? Especially if it's not nothing to harm the child. If that teacher is only doing their job, they ain't touched your child or harmed them no kind of way. They simply asking them to follow instructions, and that's what you go and tell? Well, then how about you just take your child out that school then, since your child hasn't been trained at home to follow instructions? Huh? How about you do that? So no, it wasn't a mother. That was a hood rat. Just wanted to clarify. Let's get back to it.
What world do we live in? Like, what And you guys' brain as a parent says, my kid not following any directions is a great thing. It's not that serious, and y'all don't have a right to tell her what to do. It's sad. It's sad. It's really, really sad. And another thing that's heart-wrenching is horrifying. It is horrifying. Your 5-year-old daughters are asking to listen to Pound Town and Ski Yee. Your daughters, your 5-year-old daughters are asking, can we hear Pound Town? I'm playing them Princess Tiana ballet music. And they are asking me, can we hear Pound? I don't know what to do.
Yo, dog, listen, man. What she just said, what did I show you earlier in this broadcast, huh? For anybody that think, oh, she was just doing that for attention. Oh, really? What? Go look at the beginning of this broadcast, what I showed you, even though I had to edit out the faces of the children. She's not lying about that. These turbo thoughts are weaponized against us. They're useful idiots, and they're targeting our children and our future, primarily the young girls, okay? And the boys. But you see what I've shown you here tonight. Let me tell y'all something, man. When you can tell good people in the world. Nobody's perfect, but you can tell good people in the world. You can tell that this is a person, man, that actually does really care about what she's speaking on. And, you know, it speaks to her upbringing, too, that she's trying to do this, because I'm listening to people talk, and I've been all around this planet, man. And what I'm hearing, what she's describing here, this is a person that really does not understand what's going on in the world today as far as, like, how is this being allowed? This is a person with a genuine good spirit. Now, I said all that to say this. For those people, because I've seen some people actually coming at this sister negative. Can you imagine what kind of Twilight Zone world we in where you're going to come at what this sister's talking about and chastise her or say some negative comments to her about this? I've actually seen some comments like that. Let me tell you something. When you break the spirit of good people in professions like teachers like that, and they decide to say, hey, you know what, I quit. That's one less guardian or ally that your child has if you leave them in the public school system. You hear me? For you idiots out here that's coming at this sister the wrong way, I know nobody in my chat, but I'm just letting you know what I've seen online. When you break the spirit of good people that have important professions like that and they quit, and look, I hope she doesn't, but with what she's up against today, if she doesn't have the support of the community to help her, because see, look, she says she's a ballet teacher. Now let's just keep it a buck. Most people that got their kids in ballet, that's a rare thing, okay? You paying for that. So if you paying for it, why you not going to cooperate with the teacher? She's not mistreating your child or anything, okay? And see, you got to think about, like I said again, I have to reiterate this. For the good teachers that are out here in these public schools or private schools, whatever the case may be, each one of them that quit, I'm going to tell you something shocking that I'm starting to see today. Once they say that's a wrap, they don't go back. They don't go back. It's a low-paying job, okay? Once they say, I'm done, that's it. And then they replace a good teacher like this sister here with a degenerate that want to molest your children, huh? Yeah, I'm going there with it. Let it continue.
I don't know what to do. And I'm so scared for these little girls today because this is the most insane agenda push I have ever seen in my life. We do freeze dance. You guys' daughters are twerking at 5. Where's the parenting? Where's the boundaries? Where's the help? Y'all are not helping your kids. You're hurting them. You guys are hurting them. I come every day dressed, ready to go, and I'm in school too. I'm in college. I mean, I put bows in my hair. I'm wearing leotards. I'm trying to get them interested in like proper things for their age, and you guys are exposing your kids to this raunchy secular music.
You know what? And it doesn't surprise me, sister there, Mrs. L. She said in the chat room, she said that Sexy Red, that degenerate piece of dog crap, responded to this sister saying, shut the F up and play my song or something to the equivalent. See, that goes back to what I'm saying. She's a weaponized, useful idiot by corporate America to harm our people. As long as she got money coming from that, she don't care nothing about our people or nobody's kids. She don't care nothing about the kid that's in her stomach. Okay? She don't. So it doesn't surprise me that that degenerate responded to this sister this way. But see, let me tell you something. I'm glad you brought that commentary up, sister. Because see, when we see that online, anywhere, we need to let the people like this sister or the brothers that are speaking out against it know, hey, you're a part of a community that's got your back. You're not by yourself. I hope that it was it on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, sister. Because if it was, let me find that tweet. Because see, I will go at these help. Look, y'all know me. If you follow me on Twitter, you know I go at their neck directly. I will tag and at their ass, and you know when I come at them, yeah, unless they just go ahead and delete the tweet, yeah, I give them something, you know what I'm saying, that shut most of them up. You rarely see them trying to go back and forth with me. From the Boule Bacon Bit Martins, or he blocked me a long time ago as he tried to go back and forth with me. You can still add my name and his and find out why I embarrassed him on that thread. He came and started trying to do his little tough guy act online. Yeah, I shut that down. Him and several others, y'all know what it is if you follow me on Twitter. I'm going to look for that tweet. If it was on Twitter, I'm going to go searching for that. So, boy, if that wrecked, you know what? I'm going to say that for Twitter because, see, I can't even say that on YouTube. I'm glad you pointed that out to me, sister. I'm going to go searching for that. I want to see that response for myself because I got some choice words for that helper. I'm declaring war back on them. They declare war on our children. I'm declaring war on them. You don't get to do that just because you want to get paid. You're sorry, low-life bag of dog shit. You and I'm talking to all of them. All of them. Because, see, let me tell you something. I don't care whether you're an OnlyFans chick, you the Sexy Reds or whatever. Once you sink that low as a woman to make money, all these different ways it is to make money. Huh? But see, you so damn sorry, that's the only thing you got to rely on. Fine, if that's for your life, fine. But when you start talking to these babies, like I said before, then it's my problem. So we need to rally behind this sister and support her. As long as she's on the right side of things, hey, we got to let these people know. Lift them up. Let them know that they got communities that will support them. They're not fighting by themselves. And I hope wherever she's from, the community rallies behind her. These are the people right here that you say, hey, you know what, sister? We need to get you on a city council or something. She says she's young right now in college, so I understand that's probably not in her plans. But for the people like her, these are the people we need to represent us, the ones that are on code, chosen by the grassroots, the people that have our best interests and the interests of our babies at heart, okay? So that's what I'm encouraging my people over here that's listening to me to do. So anyways, we're going to get back to it because this is the sister right here. I can't argue what she's saying because I've shown you examples of it here tonight. Let's let it continue.
Why is you guys' 5-year-old's daughter singing Pound Town? And it's just really, 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 it's upsetting. And I feel so bad. And I've watched different techniques, soft skills, soft parenting, gentle parenting. I'm patient. I don't yell. I'll say, hey, let's regroup. If you guys need 5 minutes, let's do some breathing. Your kids are telling me to shut up. You guys' kids are saying, I don't want to do that. I'm not doing that. You're not my mom. They're putting they're hitting each other and hitting other kids. You address the parent. The parents are telling you, you don't tell my daughter what to do. It's not that bad. Well, at least she was in the class. At least. It's all these excuses. Y'all come in and you're more worried about what's going on your Instagram and TikTok feed versus being a parent. Be a fucking parent. You guys are horrible fucking parents. Like, I'm sorry to say it, but this generation of some of the mom, not all, but majority that I've dealt with kids that are between the ages of 5 and 4 and 3, you guys don't parent your children at all. They have no basic comprehension skills. They can't sit still. No attention span. They're hitting people. They can't talk. They can't communicate. They don't even know how to say, like, I want to go to the bathroom. If you ask them a question, they're rude, nasty, horrible attitudes at 5, and they want to hear Pound Town. What are you guys doing with your kids? What are you guys literally doing with your kids? Because I have never in my life experienced something so horrible. I literally don't even want to teach ballet to you guys' kids anymore because they are so hard to work and deal with. And I literally see why the teachers are quitting and your kids are getting expelled and kicked out, because it's no way, it is literally no way that this is happening. And
remember what I just said earlier about once the good teachers leave and then they fill that void of that good teacher with a degenerate. See, this goes to show you a lot. Cause see, let me talk to my people here for a minute. Cause we gonna always talk solutions over here. We've given several over here tonight. In the chat room, you heard me give several. I'm gonna add yet another. It's a time of exposure here in this era that we're in, family. And I tell all of you to be grateful for it because it makes it easier to see what problems are, see where people stand, and it shows you who the enemy are and who you need to address and deal with. If the school boards or whatever are not supporting her and backing her up, and any of these teachers, not just her, but any of these teachers, they're not backing them up, then that lets you know that they're a part of the agenda, whatever political party or whoever's backing them up. Because see, the end goal is to produce the next generation of ignorant worker bees that will feed the prison industrial complex and to ruin the future of your nation by having the rest of your young girls grow up to be degenerate, sexy reds that are not all of them going to get no record deals, so that you can produce a never-ending cycle of dysfunction which destroys our society. Do you understand? This is not harmless. We have to support our teacher warriors that are out here trying to do the right thing, the men and women, okay? This is serious business. This is literal warfare that has been declared on our people. It is not benign. It's not harmless. It is not a joke, okay? So this is how serious that is, family. I'm gonna let this sister continue here because, like I said, man, there are things where you try to hold out a air of optimism and try to rationalize it's not that bad, but unfortunately, family, it is that bad. But it's not something that we can't change or do something about. So there's the silver lining in it. Let's let it continue.
You guys don't see any issue with it. I tell you, your kid hit someone. And you're saying, well, what the fuck did the little bitch do to my daughter to make her want to hit? Nothing. Literally nothing. Your daughter just decides she wants to put her hands on people. And you don't correct her. You're yelling at me, asking me, why does she feel like she wants to hit? What parenting is happening? You guys are worried about seafood boils and dates and fucking like partying and being a hot mom. You guys are shitty moms. And it needs a change. Stop listening to Sexy Red around your children. Talk to your kid, interact with them, teach them, listen to them. Teach them to respect authority. Don't say you don't have to listen to anyone unless they're me. Your kids are so horrible and hard to deal with, and I'm blaming the parents because they have horrible guidance. And it needs to be a change. And I'm asking, can somebody's mom stitch me and say like what the holdup is? What is the issue? Why are you listening to raunchy music around your kids? Why is it that you have to deal with certain people and be rude about it? Why can nobody correct your kid or help them get on a better track? And why do you guys approve and applaud bad behavior? Why? Because I'm telling you, all the teachers that are good and have genuine interest in building your kid, I want to help them. I want to help these little girls realize that they are precious, that they have purpose, that they're beautiful, that they're smart and intelligent, and that they can be somebody. I don't want to see little 5-year-olds trying to twerk to Pound Town. And you guys think that it's cute. And I'm coming on here because it needs to be a change. So please tell me, as an educator, a teacher, and I'm not I'm just a ballet teacher. I'm not a regular trained institutional teacher. I'm teaching 5-year-olds ballet, and these are all the problems starting now, and it's no change happening. So what needs to be done and happen to fix this issue? Please, somebody tell me, somebody make it make sense, because I'm telling you, I'm this close to quitting and saying I'd never want to work with people's kids again, because this has been the most horrible experience. I've never dealt with an experience like this. Listening to raunchy music around your kids needs to stop. Applauding bad behavior needs to stop. Not giving your kid your attention but throwing an iPad at them or a tablet because you don't want to parent needs to stop. I'm coming on here and I'm begging you guys, I'm asking you to really please make a change. Make a change. Your kids' lives are depending on it for y'all to make a change.
And there you have it, family. Let me tell you something. Remember what I said earlier in this broadcast about the good teachers quitting and they never go back to it? Let me tell you why that's a very real thing, primarily when it's women that are teachers. Let me tell you something. If a sister like that, as young as she is, she got a man that's worth a damn with a backbone, he going, if he's the type of brother that hold things down, be like, listen, nah, you ain't got to go back to that. Because see, let me talk to the people for a minute so you can understand what I'm saying. All the men in here get where I'm finna go. If you got an old lady and you value her, okay, you value everything about her physical well-being, her mental well-being, spiritual well-being. If you start to see what that's hurting the woman that you love or that you in a committed relationship with, you know we'll pull the plug on something like that. Hey, no, you ain't got to go back over there to that. I got that. I understand that you want to help kids, but we'll get you into something where you homeschooling kids or something like that. But you ain't got to go back to that. If they threatening you and every time I turn around, I see my old lady crying or whatever, oh yeah, I'm finna pull the plug on that because she my responsibility. You understand me? So I'm just giving you from that perspective when it's the women, okay, that the ones that have men that are worth it down. Come on, fellas, tell me the truth. Now tell me if I told one lie what I just said. Those of us that definitely pay the cost to be the bubble, like, oh, no, you ain't, nope. We'll try to ride with it for a minute, but at the end of the day, especially if you got a type of woman that respects your leadership and authority, you be like, hey, no, that's the last day. You ain't got to go back over there, okay? So I'm just giving it to you from that perspective. But see, overall, again, the solution is going to take the community to come together behind the men and women out here that are teachers that are trying to fight to give our kids a fighting chance to have a decent future and keep them from being indoctrinated with this degeneracy. Because all that does, nobody here in this chat room, even if you hate what I said here tonight and the things that I showed you, nobody can tell me that that's good for a 5-year-old to hear on a regular basis. Huh? Just like if you instill positive things into a child, it shapes their development in their future, but it also works in reverse when you instill poison into them, mental poison, because that's all that is. And poison only kills things, okay? So I hope everybody got something from this broadcast here tonight. Again, if you're educated, you over here in my chat or you listen to this on the playback, thank you so much. I understand that it's a hard job y'all got out there. We respect you, men and women alike. The community is going to be your biggest support. Try to find strength around your community to help you combat these things because none of us can do it alone. So family, with that said, I want y'all to be safe out here. Make sure that, you're not out here late if you can help it during this holiday season with all the knucklehead drunk drivers. And just like you over here listening to me in good health, I want to see you back over here listening in good health, okay? So peace and blessings to everybody. Salute to you, Black First, and I will see you all in future content.
This is the 50th anniversary of hip-hop, and we still have a lot of discrepancies as far as the origins of hip-hop, a lot of claims, who did what, who was the first this, who was the this and that, and such and such. But at the end of the day, we need a definitive story, all right? And that story can only be told by the founders of this culture.
Like everything was being driven and influenced by young, Black, American culture, like the slang, the style of dress, the initial music that we chose.
You look at all the boroughs, you got, Money Making Manhattan and Money Earning Mount Vernon and Crooklyn. The Bronx was the boogie down Bronx. We was partying up there.
I am Coke LaRock, the first MC of hip hop. First cat to pick the mic up.
I introduced rapping to the turntable because when I came with it, nobody in the world was doing it. I'm right after Rudy Ray Moore.
They want to come in the mix, they want to say, we started. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. What came to be known as hip hop was solely an African-American creation.
What would you get out of some Jamaican toast? What is that? I've never heard of a rapper use a Jamaican toast or a Jamaican flu as a rhyme. I never heard of it, and I don't know where that myth came from.
My name is legendary King Trixie from the Bronx, BX from the West Side. I am the first breakdancer.
That narrative that hip-hop has had 3 founding fathers, that's been rolling for the last almost 30 years, which isn't true. You don't have just 3 people who created hip-hop. Hip-hop was created by a number of different people.
I am the grandfather, the godfather of the graffiti culture. I am the first element of hip-hop.
The roots of hip-hop being Jamaican, absolutely false.
My name is MC Sha-Rock. I am a founding member of the MC/rap culture.
Cassette tapes was the internet of our time. It just traveled around by hand.
Well, I know for a fact that the B-Boy stand started from the guards, the 5 percenters that would be at the jams back in the days who were acting as security.
If they get the real truth of how it all was created, then so many lies would not be able to be in existence.
When we talk about hip hop and what it is, it's an extension of the music and the instrumentation that our forefathers created.
Check out the live stream premiere of the documentary short, It's Bigger Than Hip Hop, The Black American Family Tree, and Q&A, a fundraiser to create a series detailing music's evolution. Go to DewanB.com for streaming passes and crowdfunding.